Yeah, I'm up here in Pennsylvania, and after being in the Florida heat for Eric, for the pretty much most of July and June, Pennsylvania feels like I feel like I'm in a refrigerator and it's like 83 degrees. It feels fantastic
Yeah,
being up here. Yeah,
yeah,
it's really nice.
yeah. I was born in Florida and raised in California, and whenever I go to visit, my dad would always say California's like, yeah, it's the hottest summer that we had in years, and I'm like, and I show up and I'm like, yeah, well, the difference in California and Florida is that in Florida it's hot in the shade.
Yeah, and it's hot at night. It's
Yeah,
hot at night. That's also the difference. Like here in Pennsylvania at night, it's like 71, 68. It's like, it's nice.
California,
Or
you just have to walk out of direct sunlight and there's a breeze. California felt like spring, felt like winter. It was wonderful
oh,
compared to
I know
Florida.
it is
Yeah.
wonderful. So how is everyone's Prime Day? Today is 2 days post Prime Day. We did the Prime Day on the 16th and 17th. I think we're recording this on the 19th, so 2 days post Prime Day. So
I
how
did
did we do?
$23 million.
Oh, nice. Can I have a little?
Oh. Oh wait, divided by 23 million.
Oh, okay. I'll do the math.
No, it was good. It was good.
We did about a quarter of a million.
Okay, good. You did $250,000 on Prime Day. Good. And but here's the big question is, are all of our clients over last year's Prime Day? Because that's what I like to see. Prime Day versus Prime Day, head to head.
The answer is yes and no. So somebody asked that exact same question to me earlier today. They said, well, how do I fare compared to other people? And then I'll say the same thing I told them, is that every brand has their own story. They have their own trials and tribulations. Some people are on a high, some people are on a low. Some people got shut down for 6 months for some account health. Everybody has their own story, but I would say overall it was up over year combined. But I would say that it was about 50-50. But it was still a good Prime Day, though. Still good. It was close.
Oh, okay. So then let's put it this way: the guys that didn't have unforeseen bullshit situations with their accounts, the guys where all their SKUs were live and there wasn't anything, they were up.
Yeah, up or equal or very close to. Yeah.
Okay.
I had some monetarily, if I were to like combine the numbers from last year and this year, all were that number is significantly higher than last year. So by a long shot. But I actually only had two that were down over last year, but they were clients that basically shrunk, like they stopped paying attention to their account for the last year, and didn't really do anything. They also last year, before I even had their account or whatever, they had lightning deals scheduled for Prime Day slots. This year, by the time I got their accounts in the last like 2 months, too late to submit any lightning deals for Prime Day. I only had PEDs. Lightning deals do significantly better than PEDs, Prime exclusive deals. So those two accounts were down over last year just because of their scheduled deals and all that. But so I'd say 80% were significantly up over last year.
And why do you think lightning deals do so much better? Just a lot more promotion on the, being that it's a lightning deal, it's got its own section.
So, well, lightning deals, best deals, etc., go on the actual dashboard for Prime Day. So when you go into Amazon.com or your app, it's going to say Prime Day deals. Lightning deals are particularly featured more front and center. PEDs are not. So the traffic to a lightning deal on Prime Day is probably 300 to 500% or 1,000% more than a PED.
Yeah, one difference also is that it's paid. So lightning deal typically costs money, especially it's usually a little bit higher on Prime Days specifically. So it's a paid service. You get a little bit more from Amazon. And now I do want to make sure I say this though, that by no means was anybody down. Like everybody at least had their usual 2 to 4x, 5x, whatever. But like were they up over the year before that? it was hit or miss. We had one client that was doing the lightning deal as well, and the first day was about 21, and the second day with the PED was 18. So it was close. But yeah. Lightning deals can be great if you just have to sell a certain amount of units to make sure that you can cover the costs.
And what about other marketplaces? How'd you guys do in Canada and UK? Was there any juice there?
Canada was about as exciting as Canada is. UK, all all the reps convinced us to do top deals, and we had one. We pulled out.
What's
on
the top deal?
It's another program that they're offering that you have to get a rep to submit for you, and basically they feature it on their deals page. It doesn't cost any money, and to me the results were they're okay, mediocre. They're okay. They weren't great. We canceled one and switched to a PED, and it did a little bit better in UK. But next time I probably will just do the PED.
Once again, Amazon recommends something that we're not a big fan of. Not the first.
Oh yeah, if I had $1 for every dollar I spent on things that Amazon recommended I do that I should not have done, God, I'd be a trillionaire by now.
Yeah, my favorite conversation I have is with the advertising rep, and they say we recommend doing this, and I say that's I understand. Can you tell me why? And they say they just say the algorithm says so. I'm like, well, what data are you basing that? Is there like a tacos, or is there like an ACOS? Is there like what are you? Is it in the benefit of the brand, or is it just to get more spend on the campaigns? Like they're like, it's the blind leading the blind, essentially.
I like that email we got last week from our client Eric, and she was asking if this is useful information that she received from Amazon account manager from Amazon on PPC. Remember that email? And it was like, it's recommended that your ACOS is no more than 30%. And he was saying all the stuff that you could see was just straight out of like some manual that he had to read when he got hired. And I was like, okay, so 30%. If you want a 30% or lower ACOS on a supplement brand, you're probably going to be selling about a few units a day.
Or you're like a 5 to 10-year-old brand that's been around, built your subscribers for years, and yeah.
But again, new customer acquisition is never going to be 30%. It's impossible in the supplement space unless you're a massive
supplements with CPCs and supplements are so freaking expensive, no matter how old the brand is. I've had a 10-year-old supplement brand, and my ACOS always 70%. My tacos always 8%. I got tacos down to 8%, 10%.
That's what matters. Yeah.
Trailing with a 70-80% ACOS, right? So profitability wise, the account fucking super profitable.
Yeah.
But see, like the CPCs are so high, so I'm just using ads to keep organic ranking in supplements because it's just the cost is too high to do anything else. Like you can't actually make profit from ads. You're just using it to feed the algorithm. That's all you're doing. It's the only purpose of ads. So like, and I don't even think that Amazon knows that.
It's just funny that an Amazon rep's like, your ACOS should be 30%. And I'm going, who cares about ACOS? You have a consumable product with subscriptions that is a 30-day supply. So why do you care about ACOS? You should never care about ACOS. You should care only about tacos.
Well, I'll give you a gem that I tell my team and tell people all the time is that if you don't like what the rep said, call back and talk to the next one. Because they are each one, their knowledge base is different, experience is different, and so just hang up and call back, and you'll get if you call 3 times, you might get the answer you want.
Yeah, makes sense. So I wanna give Ryan the floor here because there's something I'm still blown away by, and I want Ryan to fully explain this to me. Ryan, you sent this to me a week ago, and this is so. Let's explore this. For people on the podcast that aren't watching, I am showing a graph with Ryan, go ahead and explain what this graph is.
It's showing revenue, showing Google Ads revenue, Amazon sponsored ads revenue, organic revenue, and total revenue. And my focus on this and my part to play in it was Google Ads revenue and organic revenue, because Google Ads revenue just like you guys are saying, Amazon revenue and Amazon ACOS in the supplement space is really nothing to focus on. It's exactly the same with every product on Google Ads to Amazon. So, every client I on board to start Google Ads to Amazon, I always tell them, if you are going to think that this is going to give you a 30% ACOS, 50% ACOS, 80% ACOS, we're doing the wrong thing and we should just put the phone down. But, if you're willing to work on getting new people to brand new people searching on a different platform into your ecosystem, I can show you how they stay in your ecosystem and continuously come in, and organically you grow with one purchase, one click, one cost, and they're in. Of course, they might fall off, there's competition and there's all the rest. But if you keep doing what I'm doing in the manner that I do it, which is exponentially growing, focusing on keywords that are converting, just PPC practice, and building, your external traffic pipeline, you're going to eventually have a divergence that looks like this. This is a year.
This is a year. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is a supplement brand that's been running Google Ads to Amazon using a software called Pixel Me for a year.
And
okay,
it's,
so
yeah, and you can clearly see in the beginning, there's definitely something happening. It's not nothing, but it takes a little bit of time, couple months, 3 months at least, and we start to see some movement, and we start hitting that 6-month mark, and then it's just incredible. Okay, granted, we went into Q4 at that point, so there was a quarterly bump, but even coming out of that, it didn't crash.
Yeah.
We if you look at the difference, the gap, the divergence between the red line, which is your Google Ads revenue, which is remaining the same because you're more or less spending the same, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But look at that organic revenue and that gap from where we are in July to where we started off in August, July last year. Look at that gap and look at the gap.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like,
And
this is the most holistic improvement that I've ever seen on ads from one strategy, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time you need multiple. And here's one thing I want to point out, Ryan, that maybe, I don't even know if you've noticed. So look at every time the Google ads are ramped up. Okay, look, Google ads are red, right? This is red.
Yeah.
So here's Google. Here's
not,
organic. Here's,
it's not showing, Ian.
It's not?
No, whatever you're doing there is not showing.
Oh, sorry. I'm basically touching it with my cursor. That's all I'm doing. Okay, here, I'll do it this way. Look at August 2023. You see how the red spikes up?
Yeah.
You see how the green and the black spike up exactly with it?
Yeah.
Good. Now look at October 2023. The red spikes up, the green spikes up, the top line spikes up.
Yeah.
Then again, there's a decline in like, even at the end here, when you see between February and March 2024, you see that little mountain of the little red mountain?
Yeah.
It's identical to the same mountain on green and the same mountain. It almost looks like someone ate sugar and this is their blood sugar level. It's like instantly, like Google ads. So it
supporting
blows
graph.
my mind. It blows my mind.
The thing that people don't understand is, LTV, when you work with a top brand who's really like, I'm talking huge, big name brands, their biggest focus is new customer acquisition. Everything else doesn't matter. How much do they have to pay for that new person? And they're willing to pay a year's worth of that person's revenue to acquire them today. Whether they stay on for a year or not, they know that if they get enough of them, they're growing. Now, that is such a key factor to think about as any size brand when you are looking at external traffic. You are getting brand new people to your ecosystem. They are introduced, they're buying your products, they know, they like, they trust you, they're going to continue to buy. That is worth more than any Amazon ACOS comparison, any PPC comparison. You just can't put a value on that. And the minute as an owner, you can start thinking about, what do I have to pay to acquire a new customer? And you can get on a program like this to acquire new customers consistently You are growing. You are growing.
Yeah, it's awesome. It just blows my mind. The whole thing is awesome, and I've been really talking up the praises of Google Ads lately more than I have in a long time, because there was a period we were doing it where we were seeing few people were having success, but a lot of people were struggling. And now I'm seeing more and more are having success. And I think, is it the fact that it's just longevity? Like,
Yes.
they just been on the program long enough where they have momentum
Yes.
on their side? Okay.
Yes. It's absolutely. I mean, you got to remember, last year, this time last year, it was still in its infancy. I mean, we had, as an agency, been running the program for a while, but we did it like as soon as there was a potential to be done, we jumped in, and we were like so early that we were using all kinds of different tools that weren't making sense and weren't showing data. It was a minefield, and there was a lot of drop off. But now, with people that stuck with it, and I mean, they're reaping the rewards. They're so settled. They're so into the groove. They're growing. You know, they're very happily exploring other avenues of making income with this just consistently producing what it has to.
It's exciting stuff. It really is. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. What else do you guys got going on? Like, where's your focus? You know, anybody have any kind of interesting
I'd like to make
focuses?
one shout out, which is congratulations, Michael, on having a baby girl,
Thank you.
and welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, just been a lot of pooping and sleepless nights. That's, standard protocol for a newborn baby. She does sleep and she's very healthy, but that doesn't mean that we always
you
get the most amount of sleep. And it's, I have a great, I sleep like 5-6 hours a lot of the time. My wife sleeps about 1.
Well, I've come to realize, since I have a newborn as well, that us as men, we lack the something that they crave and need on a every 30-minute basis or hour, depending upon the baby. And so I think that our value it comes up. You have an older child, so you probably know more than I do, but I'm starting to kind of show my value. But I think it's probably, what you think, about 6 months
before you can really shine.
Yeah.
As a dad, yeah, about 6 months. I mean, like the dad shine, yeah, I guess starts around then. Once until the boob starts to wean off a little bit, or it's not the highest priority in the world, then yeah, you start to get your place. And then when they're about 2, it's just, especially
Magic.
a girl. I mean, it's just you're just a daddy's girl. It's just daddy's girl situation. Like my 2.5-year-old, we're his best friends. Like we do everything together. Like, and we go out, and she always wants to play with me, and it's just a whole different scenario. But in the beginning, yeah, I mean, she was a total mom's girl. Like everything was mom.
Yeah, that's amazing. We're starting to have fun, but I get him great toys. I got him a Jeep that he can kind of push a little bit, and a little jumping thing in the doorway, which he seems to like. And we take him in the pool, which he seems to like. But he's still very very much hasn't fully separated from the teat, so to speak.
Yeah,
Of course not. He's like 3 months old. He's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As well as my wife is a great mother, but I'm definitely excited, and it's definitely special. But again, congratulations, and welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. You guys have done a few podcasts without me?
Just a couple. Well, here's the thing. We've been working on this brand, Pure Breed Pet Treats, and right now I don't have a huge update because I'm talking to packaging suppliers right now. Actually, I do have an update on the Pure Breed AI project. We have a potential investor, our mutual friend Doug, who's in the pet industry.
Okay.
I told him about our content, and he wants to buy in on the idea. He thinks it's a great idea. He likes the concept, and he's a pet treat guy, and he can solve some manufacturing issues that I'm running into right now. So that is some update.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that way we don't have to spend the money. We can just do the project with Doug paying the bill.
OPM, other people's money. Awesome.
Other people's money. But he was blown away by the AI part of it, and how it really is giving insight. And I want to show you guys something else. I was actually working with one of our clients that's struggling to differentiate. And we did a little ChatGPT, and we got some interesting answers. So I think that's something we could explore right now. So this client sells they're a skincare brand, and they are looking at launching a new line, which is a baby line. And the questions were really simple, just like, here was the issue. We wanted to have a baby line that stood out a little bit. And so we asked a lot of questions, and I'll show you what the inputs are and what the outputs are. It's really, really fascinating. And the brand owner was blown away by, oh my God, I have a direction. I know what I want to do. And it just took things to another level very quickly. All right. So here's the first part. The first part is, I'm launching a baby butter on Amazon, which is a cream to help babies with rashes, dry skin, and eczema. I need a 3-word name that is catchy to describe the product. Right now, we're calling it Baby Calming Butter. I think we can do better. Please give 10 options of what you would pick. So we got 10. Here's what's funny. Me and the brand owner picked one of these, okay? And we both picked 2. I said, pick which one you like the best. And he picked, and I picked the same number 2, which is Blissful Baby Balm, okay? And then we asked, please give me 10 more options, including the word baby. So then we got 10 more options. And then I said, please scan the internet and let me know the price point. So it did that. And then we asked about a 2-ounce jar. The price points were 4 ounce. So let's just go right to the point. Out of the 10, I asked, which would you choose? And I gave the 10, including Blissful Baby Balm, and look what it did. It agreed with us. I didn't tell it that we picked Blissful Baby Balm. Yeah.
It's listening.
It's crazy.
That's
it's crazy.
True. It's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. So out of 10, 10% chance, it picked the exact one that him and I both picked. So he decided to name his new baby product Blissful Baby Balm. And we got that idea from Gilbert here over at ChatGPT. So then we talked about cost of goods. We made sure the cost of goods were working. We made sure the price point made sense. So we did all that. And then we went into packaging. And I said, okay, we will choose Blissful Baby Balm. What else should be on the packaging to convey the quality and really differentiate from Aveeno and other larger brands? And then it says highlight natural ingredients, highlight your key ingredients, show that you have no harmful additives. All pretty logical, nothing extraordinary here. But then what's cool is he gave me an example packaging text. He's like, here's what should be on the front of the packaging, and here's what should be on the back. So we were like, that's pretty cool. So the front says Blissful Baby Balm, organic and hypoallergenic, soothes eczema, rashes, and dry skin, 4 ounce. And then the back should say ingredients, directions, certificate, all that stuff. It's really cool. Then I asked, what color should the packaging be? And then it gave a list of colors: mint green, pastel pink, baby blue, lavender. And then I asked, out of these, which would you choose as an accent color to sell well on Amazon? And I gave the colors back to it. So I said, out of the ones you said, pastel, baby blue, pink, green, lavender. And it said pastel blue.
Wow.
So the thing that I've learned about ChatGPT is you have to have a conversation with it. You have to read what he says and then find his opinion on what he says, and you have to find his differentiation on his feedback. So if he says these are all great, be like, which one is more great? Why is it more great? What's the best? What's more likely to succeed? So that's what we're doing, and we're getting some really interesting feedback, and it's giving us a lot of great ideas. So we sent all this to the graphics person, and they're running with it.
That's awesome.
10 minutes.
One thing I was going to add to that, us using like we starting in the earlier the AI doing some listing optimization stuff, it came down to the kind of the stable datum that we operated off of, which is good data in, good data out, and I think that applies to the usage of ChatGPT as well.
Very true. The quality of the question is what determines the quality of the answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, don't they have an image generator that you can actually plug in all this information to generate an actual label design?
Now
Not
I
there
have. It's not that great. I have a graphics person who's already doing the redesign, so we gave her so much that I don't even think she needs to create too much, to be honest. Because let
Yeah, it
me
does it
go
for her.
further.
I
Let
mean,
me go further.
yeah.
I said, are there any references graphics wise? So now I'm going, thank you for the text. What about the graphics? So then ChatGPT is,
comparables.
yeah. Yeah. So he's saying, to make your blissful baby bomb packaging stand out, consider incorporating the follow baby themed graphic elements that convey warmth, care, and gentleness. So he gives examples: baby footprints, sleeping baby, nature elements, soft clouds and stars, hearts, cuddly toys, handwritten fonts. I'm like, this is like amazing. And then he says examples. He literally gives design examples: soft pastel blue background, text cream or white. So he's literally saying use cream or white text with a blue background, baby footprints near the product name, a small sleeping baby icon, gentle leaf or flower patterns. So we sent all this to the girl, so she can just go off this.
The power.
The power.
One thing that I would say, just to whether the quality is quite there, you could essentially take the data, like you was saying. You could make it into a presentation, into a video, have a fake avatar giving a whole presentation on it. What you can do with AI today is nothing what it will be tomorrow, but it's already replacing so many digital marketers. And I think that if you're not using AI now, you're gonna be left behind worse than the internet curve.
Oh, way worse. You're gonna be doing dial-up while everyone's doing cable. You know, it's literally what it's like.
Well, the problem is, like, even designers, the amount of like time that it takes to research each thing, and even like this is going off of statistics and what sells in the marketplaces. Like, it's doing all the research and scraping everything instantly, which will take you hours to do, to come up with the exact hex colors and what kind of design elements, subliminals, like the amount of time that a designer has to go into the marketplace to come up with those ideas, and they miss shit all the time. And then they're still to some degree left to their own devices and not making a design based on statistics and what will statistically sell better. They're just going into their mind and looking, when that's not where you're not selling things in your mind, you're selling things on the marketplace. Right. And so this is what this does, and that's the power of it. So, and people that come up with very effective designs, I mean, a freaking 100 hours of market research goes into it. This does all of that in seconds.
Because it's basing its data on data. There's nothing here based on opinion. ChatGPT doesn't have opinions. That's the thing people got to understand, is that it only has data. That's it. So it's not giving an answer on preference. It's not like, I like pink. It's like, no, this is probably what you should do based on all the data that has been input from millions and millions and millions of billions and billions of data points. So check this out. I said, we're also doing a 2-in-1 shampoo body wash for babies.
Okay.
So I said it's currently called 2-in-1 shampoo and body wash. That's literally what they called it. They launched the product. It's not doing well. Okay. We want to give it a catchier name that focuses on baby. Please list out 10 name options for this shampoo and conditioner for babies. Here we go.
I like Baby Bliss Bubbles.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my vote.
All right. Well, anybody else?
My attention.
Anybody else? Okay. You like that one? Okay. So then I said, out of the 10 you listed out, which one would you choose? Blissful Baby Wash.
That was my second choice.
And guess what? It was our choice.
What was your first one, Michael? Michael, what was your first one?
My first one was Baby Bliss Bubbles. Say it 10 times fast. Baby Bliss Bubbles.
So then it gave us the title and all the bullet points, which I didn't even ask for, but thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah, those bullet points are a few characters short.
There are a few. Then it gave us a product description.
Yeah.
Then it gave us images. Again, I didn't ask for any of this. He's just like anticipating that I'm going to, which is kind of interesting. He's anticipating. Yeah. So then my client had a realization that his product is tier free, and he didn't put that on the bottle. I'm like, dude, it's a baby shampoo. It has to. It's like big miss. Got to say tier free. Then I said, what text should go on the bottle? And he said, and then Gilbert, my ChatGPT homie, said this: Blissful baby wash, 2-in-1 shampoo and baby wash, cure free. This is where my client went, oh my God, natural and organic ingredients, hypoallergenic, and then back to the bottle. So it's just simple stuff like that. Like, have the data.
Yep. Our mind doesn't work like that always to just catch all of those things to make a design. It doesn't happen.
I know. And it's so funny how we make such obvious mistakes. We make such obvious mistakes as brand owners of really finding out what is the customer profile, who is the customer. And in this case, the customer is a mother. She has a baby or more than one, and she needs a gentle soap that could clean everything in one. She wants a soap for the hair. She wants a soap that also is soft on the skin. And why would she want a baby specific soap? Well, because babies could easily get rashes. Babies could easily, they cry when their eyes burn. So there's obvious things of what the mom's looking for. She wants it safe and friendly for a 3-month-old, 1-month-old, whatever. And he was forgetting what that customer profile is and what that person's needs are. And ChatGPT immediately went, these are the needs. Like, no, these are the needs based on the internet. So it's cool stuff, man. And so, we're doing basically the short story is, guys, we're doing relaunches on those two products because of those inputs, full relaunches.
It makes sense. It's the best way to go. Now, because of the initial launch, you forgot all those important points. So therefore you're going to have a really crappy launch. You're not going to hit on the most important buttons that the customer is statistically looking for. So how would you expect to sell it?
It's not selling well. Both of those products were pre-launched, and both of those products did not have the main selling points that ChatGPT recommended having on both products. Both of them were missing those. And what I'm realizing is, based on ChatGPT as well, just like with the pet brand, is you have to brand your formulation. That's the key. You can't just say, like, here's a good example. You can't just say moisturizer. You can't just say shampoo. Okay. What does that do? Nothing. But if you say blissful skin supreme, or whatever name you come up with that sounds good, now people are going to go, blissful skin supreme. What's that? You see what I'm saying? It's Coca-Cola. It's not cola.
It's marketing 101.
It's marketing 101.
Yeah.
But a lot of people on Amazon forget that the description of the product is its own brand, not just the brand.
Yeah.
It's Nike Air Jordan. Nike is the brand. The description is Air Jordan. Both of them are branding, not just the brand.
Yeah. Marketing essentially is what makes you different. What is your story? Like, it's important that you tell that in your product, in your presentation. Everything needs to differentiate you in value and presentation than the other 300 shampoos on the page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a t-shirt right now called Perfect Tea. Perfect TEE. It's really, really selling crazy. Why is it the Perfect TEE? It might be the same t-shirt as every other t-shirt out there, but because it's called the Perfect Tea, I'm going to go with the Perfect Tea over 100% cotton t-shirt has no branding.
I'm sold. I'll pay $10 more for that. Let's go.
100%. 100%, guys.
The American dream.
So it's like, you obviously have to say what the product is. Like, you have to say 2-in-1 shampoo body wash. You can't not say that. But there's something to be said about having a sub brand that's focused on that product, so that product's concoction, or you have a special sauce that no one has, and that would be instantly communicated by 2 or 3 word description. So that's the big hot take here from the Selling on Amazon podcast, the biggest podcast in the world focused on Amazon, run by Eric, Michael, and Ryan. There's no bigger podcast that is run by Eric, Michael, or Ryan that talks about Amazon in the world.
Again, marketing 101.
Every other podcast is a loser. This is the best podcast in the world. We trump every podcast.
Perfect T-shirt.
100%. So, guys, thank you for joining me for another great episode. I'm glad everyone had a good Prime Day. I think overall Prime Day was a success from other people I'm hearing from. It was a good Prime Day.
It was,
the
yep.
economy is strong on Amazon, so that's fantastic.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. I definitely know that I did all my write-offs and baby gifts. I think that I enjoy the gifts more than the baby sometimes, but it's always a new toy, a new thing to play in, which always just enriches my life. Yeah, but Prime Day should be called International Write-Off Day.
And Ryan, keep crushing it with the Google. Keep us updated on what's going on the external marketing. It's very exciting stuff. I really appreciate you sharing that with me, and keep it coming. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Will do. You guys too.
Bye-bye.